And Tuesday was awesome. We talked about how to replace a Kicker L7X Recone, how to put it together, and man, how fast was that? We did it in the middle of a live stream. But tonight is Friday. We're going to have fun here. If you got any other questions about that or car audio and Kicker in general, stick around. Without further ado, let's kick off the intro, and I'll see you guys in 3 minutes.
So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud. Well, would you look at that? Would you just look at that? It's Living Loud with Andy, late Friday night. Look at it. That's all you can do. Right there, you see it? Right there, just look at it. Live from the Kicker Cave. What is up, William? I appreciate you guys, and love you so much. See you in a minute.
Livin Loud with Andy.
Yo. What is going on, Mike? Everybody, Sean, man, we got everybody tuning in already. Thank you guys for being here. It is Friday. I hope everyone is staying nice and warm. We got about a half a foot of snow outside. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, it's a lot warmer in here. Appreciate you, VC. Thank you for tuning in. And would you just look at it?
Well, would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it.
That's all you can do sometimes, you know? And appreciate you, Sean. Hanson, what is up? Hope you're doing well. Hope your kicker system's holding on. And thanks for tuning in and being here tonight, man. And, you know, tonight I was like, man, it's Friday. One time I actually don't have something to talk about. And this is where the show can go sideways just a little bit. So we're here. Appreciate you guys tuning in every time like you do. And I know family stuff comes up, and don't worry about it. I appreciate you guys that can tune in. William, welcome to the Livin Loud with Andy late Friday night for the win live every Friday from the Kicker Cave. This is the Kicker Cave. It is the whole cave of Kicker car audio equipment. It's a little messy in here. And I've been working on a few things. And would you look at that? I tried putting a Recone in there, but I don't know if it worked too well. Either way, Tuesday was awesome. Just throwing that together live and just seeing how it goes together. Because honestly, with my old Solo X's that are over here, they were a lot easier, but they were different woofers back then, you know, bigger gaps. And when you got that nice tight gap, the magnet works a little bit better with the electrical inductance and all that fun stuff. So it's always fun to learn the new stuff and to make it better, which Kicker does every time. Appreciate you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Where is Baba? He's probably in the Discord. I'm going to have to go check. Thank you for tuning in, Roger. Appreciate you. William, hit the like. We got around 2 inches of snow. I love how we got the comments right over here, right by the SDK hat. And that's perfect. Appreciate you guys. It's cool. Sound Doctor, what is up? Thank you for tuning in, being here today. Man, you guys are awesome. Let's see. Kicker Club, Matthew Smith. I'm hearing they might not come out with the 18-inch sub in the L7X series. Is that correct? I heard they were working on another series in the sub line that could be out in 2025. Man, that's pretty far. Is this false? I cannot confirm nor deny, but I can confirm there will be an 18-inch L7X. Is it going to be the same family breed? I don't know. Is it going to be the same size coils, the 10, 12, and 15 L7X? Your guess is good as mine. But is the 18 coming? 100%. Now, with the other stuff in a different line in 2025, I wouldn't be surprised. Who knows? Appreciate you for tuning in, Matthew Smith. And if you haven't checked out Kicker Club, go check it out. I don't know which camera I'm looking at anymore. Go check it out. But I did have to make a post this week because unfortunately we had a member actually got scammed by buying a Kicker not L7X. I'm used to saying that now. A Kicker Solo X Recone, one of these guys back there. And so from now on, we're not gonna let any more sales posts in Kicker Club. I mean, it's not a for sales page anyway. But just so you guys know, and that's the thing, I strive to make it a good place for you guys, you know, and there's only so much you can do anyway, but hey, one step at a time. Appreciate you guys. Cedric, what is up? Thank you for tuning in, being here with us tonight. I hope your L7Rs are doing well. Let's see, we got nobody in Kicker Audio Fan Club yet, but that's okay. We got 2 Kicker Clubs. Basehead 30, thank you for tuning in, for being here tonight. Man, you guys are awesome. I don't know if I like this camera as much as I originally thought I did with the colors. It's not as good with the colors. The colors, like these, like my red shirt looks pop in here, and it looks great over here, and then you just look at that, and it's like, nah, not as much. But for the functionality of it, it is definitely worth every penny. John K, what is up? Thank you for being here and keeping stuff in the chat going full tilt boogie without too much side jack going on. Thank you for being here. K Vang, what is up? Let's see, any coupon codes for Kicker website? I need a Kicker Solo X10. Well, actually, that's one thing I do need to do. I need to give out the code that we gave away on Tuesday's show, but that's only every other Tuesday on this channel on Livin Loud with Andy. Via Kicker, we give away those 50% off discount codes every 2 weeks. You'll have to win it then. That's the only way. There's no... can't like Google it. Can't have Microsoft Edge help you out, see if you can find some coupons. They're very far few in between. And, hey... That's why you guys tune in. Appreciate you, K-Vang. But yes, it works on a Solo X10. So if you win and you get that, you can definitely do it. Thank you, William. Thank you. What's going on, Jake? Morning, people. I'm holding a 3-month morning. She chilling. The 3-month-old right now, she's chilling and watching along. Jake, I'm having a hard time understanding your lingo there. I can't read it. They're not even words. Appreciate you, man. Uh-oh, he's not in Discord. He must be sleeping then. It happens. It's all good. It's all good, dude. I haven't joined a live stream in a long time, but here I am now. I appreciate you tuning in, hanging out with us, Sound Doctor. And like I said, man, you know, we do this twice a week, and sometimes it's okay to miss a show or two. And I know life goes by really fast, and you get involved with other things, and maybe not just car audio, other stuff. So I understand entirely, and I'm happy that you're here tonight with us. 18s are life. 100%. Man, you know, I can't wait for the 18 just because, you know, they got me into kicker big time. Like, I had a kicker before that, but, you know, I didn't know what I was doing, and I only had 112 in a sealed box, and it was like, ah, cool, okay. And then I got that, and I actually traded it for that 12 L7 and 2 Type Rs, because I kind of could just look at it and say, that is a huge woofer. That is the best 5,000 RMS 18-inch. I wanted it so bad, and I would look online and it would just be the Recones available. So I didn't get one right away, and whenever I got my hands on one, I never let go of it. So yes, 100%, 18s are life. I can't wait for the new one. Cedric, I just watch you on Slamology. Oh, the Slamology live video? That was pretty interesting there. We'll have to definitely do that again. We'll definitely do that again. And with this camera over here, it'll be a little bit more, you know, like we could do some crazy stuff walking around a little bit more. But either way, Slamology is amazing to be at, and to go live there is just kind of insane, to be honest.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
What is up, Uncle Bobby B, baby? Thank you for tuning in from Disneyland. What's going on, Adir? Thank you for hanging out with us. Hope the weather isn't too bad where you're at. I know I had to knock off my snow on the carport today. I got one of those tent carports. I refuse to take it down. So, yes, well, we got this. It's been through the wind, the rain. Snow's not even that bad. Oh, man, my nose, though, with this weather, definitely been turning up the knob on it. Let's see. John Earl, what is going on? Thank you for tuning in, dude. Appreciate you. 18s are better. Single 18 gang. You know, I think, you know, people love dual 12s, but, you know, I don't know. I think the single 18 just is so much more impressive, and it's just easier, and it looks cooler. So it's just this giant woofer in your car. Appreciate you, Blake. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's see. Same. See, them coupons, they're worth $1 or $2, man. VC Jester got one for $500,000. I didn't see anything. He really is. He really is. It's okay, though. It's okay. Not getting sick, swear. Got earplugs. Thank you for tuning in. What's up, fellas from Cincinnati? I just picked up the Galdian RC10 5C4 for $350 new in the box. It's going to get my critical mass 8-inch 3-watt front stage. Can't wait. You know, man, I've never messed with Galdian, I forget how you pronounce that and stuff. But still, man, for $350, not bad. And I've heard of critical mass, but I've never had it myself. 3-way stage, you know, I feel like that's going to give you the most control of your front stage compared to running simply coaxials and just, you know, simple stuff. Thank you for tuning in, dude. Roger says these are the only pennies that I got. Thank you, Roger. Green team for the win, but you know what? He wants the fries too. He wants the fries.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Thank you so much, Roger, and you know, you guys just being here behind me and just helping me out, supporting the channel, making it happen. You guys are the motivators, big time. You know, because when you do this stuff, man, you're gonna get negative and you're gonna get positive. It's a lot of positive, but there's sometimes there's negative, and it's better not to say anything. And that's the whole thing of being professional. And you guys just being there means the world. Thank you so much, Roger. Appreciate you. And I know I'm saying it for future me too, because this just happens all the time. It just happens all the time. You know, it's just content creator. Good luck. Let's see. 25. Drop It Like It's Hot. I do not have that remix though. I definitely don't, but I got this one.
Make It Rain.
Hit it, Michael.
Ready?
Peace. Close enough. Make It Rain, Drop It Like It's Hot. Thank you for being here, 25, and thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see, Blake. If you're on a budget and have the space, or even if you don't, in my case, 18s are the way to go. You know, I feel like a 15 could be interchangeable with that too, just because you're getting a little bit more, you know, and a single 12 in most cases isn't always enough. It just doesn't seem like it is. Until you get something pretty big, it just moves a ton of air, then it works. But it all depends what you're trying to do. And an 18 is really gonna, you're not gonna walk out of the car and say, man, it's not loud enough. That's probably not gonna happen. Very genuine sounding hello message. Hello. Thank you, John. There's the rain. There's the forecast. VC is trying to... Yep. Come on, VC. Adir, planning on being the loudest person in the Mojave Desert. You know, there's probably a few lizards out there and beardies that you're going to have to go up against, but otherwise, not too much competition, man. LLwA from the Pacific Northwest. Livin Loud with Andy fans, what is up? Operating from my phone tonight. You know, that's how I do most of the live streams. You know, I'm just sitting there in the comment section watching from there, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're feeling well. And thank you for always just being here, dude. Ding, 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 da ding. Savard shortchanged me. I missed that one. You're going to have to send me that one, 25. He's throwing out the emojis. Yeah, the members got these fancy emojis down here. I don't know if you could see them. Yeah, right there. Got the look at it and the gold letters, you know. Fancy stuff. Fancy, fancy, fancy stuff. I know John's working on a pretty big system. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't have anything to talk about. So, like, I'm answering your guys' comments, just talking. We're here just kicking back, having a good time. It's Friday. John says, dude, I can't imagine what my upgrade is going to be like. I'm only on 700 watts on my current sub setup, and I download some songs that are actually for bass instead of just Spotify. Dang. You know, I feel like whenever you have a system, you're going to play music that is going to work best for that system. Otherwise, you know, you're going to feel like you're leaving something. You know, you're like desiring more because that system is not built to do that. And every system's going to be built to do a certain thing. So jumping from a 700 watt system to something that's a lot bigger, and it's probably going to just dump lows a lot more, you know, just putting it out there. So yeah, you're going to have to find a different genre of music. Not saying that Spotify doesn't have that kind of music. It's just, a little less far few in between. You know, with the quad box build that I have, it's more of a Spotify kind of system, but it also does, you know, the rebass DJ rusticals, mostly in the 35 to 50 hertz range, which there is a lot of music in that range in both Spotify and, you know, rebass music. So unless you're playing extremely low or you just want to have that continuous knocking bass 24/7, then yeah, rebass and Spotify, there's going to be a difference maker for sure. But I found some pretty good continuous bass on Spotify. And again, it depends your system. But again, you know, every car that I have, like, there's a playlist for each one. You know, and some are like sort of interchangeable, like the L7X in Kayla's car can kind of play a little bit of what Cookie Monster's playlist is, and it kind of can play a little bit lower in some aspects and not as low in others, and you get the idea. So you'll learn, you'll get your playlists together. You really will, John. Let's see. I like this camera for when I'm looking here, when I'm looking at it. Definitely gonna be nuts. Do what makes you happy. Don't worry about the negativity. You know, and it's not that it's like I don't stick my neck out for it. I really don't. And being who I am, I kind of I do gotta watch. You know, I mean, just look at it. Just look at all this stuff around here. Gotta keep my you know, yeah. So, and my personality, I'm not a mean person. You know, everybody gets upset and they want to like lash out. But the more you do this stuff, the older you get, it's just like there's always going to be another guy, man. So the more you move on, the faster it's better. But whenever it's like a situation where it's like, man, I'm just trying to help you, you know, I'm trying to help. Then it's like, oh man, come on. But hey, not the first time. Won't be the last either. El Fuego! Let's see. Got earplugs. I'm working on getting a Kicker 2500.1 for $300. I think it's a good deal. What do you think? You know, with the KX 2500, that's a really big amplifier. I know they had those put together with the Warhorse, and I think it's about the same width of it, but half the height. So it's a pretty big amplifier, 2-ohm version, and you put two of those together, you got almost a Warhorse. Close, but not quite. Either way, it's an awesome amplifier. I never had the 2500s. But is it worth $300? You know, in today's market, even with the amount of power you're getting and a Kicker name behind it, yes. And also for its just collector's value purpose, you know, collector's value. Yes. I've seen people sell those amplifiers for more than that. So is that a deal? Absolutely. Let's see here. Miss you, got earplugs. Haven't seen you here in a while. Roger, what would be your first purchase in a big build, Andy, that you recommend? You know, this is probably the hardest thing to answer because whenever you get a car and you want to do a build in it, the first thing you want to always, or, you know, human nature is like, I want to buy the biggest subwoofers and biggest amplifiers. And that's okay, as long as you don't go and say, well, I'm going to try playing it full tilt boogie until, you know, and not have the electrical and not know that the vehicle is going to be a little bit harder to get at the alternator. And you know, with technology and batteries and how far they've come from yesterday, it's not as bad running a stock alternator because batteries, you got enough of them, you can play all day. You just got to charge at some point. But still, you know, electrical is key. You know, your foundation of your house is kind of important. You got a weak foundation, it's not strong enough, the house will crumble. You'll run into problems. But yeah, first purchase, I hate to say batteries because even if you buy the batteries first or the alternator, not that you're wasting money on the alt, just because you're always going to want that anyway. Batteries, you can never have too many. You can always have not enough, but still, I'm not going to say to buy one thing. You really want to plan it out. You don't have to write it down, but just mentally in your head, hey, I'm going to run this alternator with this battery, with this amplifier. I'm going to wire it at this impedance with this box and this woofer ers. And that's how you go into it. I see so many people buy an L7. It's just the L7 for some reason. And they're like, what amp do I run? What electrical do I need? And it's like, you gotta think about it. And that's why I'm happy they come to me. But at the same time, it's like, man, you know, you're getting a bigger woofer. It's going to need a little bit more power. And you might want to get a little bit of electrical or kind of know what you're going to match with it. And that's why I'm so blessed to be able to do this show and do this stuff and even be out on the street, you know, helping people. And because, you know, you just don't know, man. You just don't know until you know. Thank you, Roger. Can never have too big of an electrical system. Yeah, I did fix that actually, and that was, I can actually show you here. Let's see, 1, 4. We got that there, right? Let's see, going here, 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 OBSBot. Will that let me do it? Let's see if it'll let me do it. No, I don't want to live stream. No, we don't want to do that. I think I pressed the wrong button. No, I just want to look at it. That's all I want to do. Live stream, yeah. It's because I'm not hooked up to the Wi-Fi because I'm screen sharing. That's why it's being, but anywho, all it is the autofocus where when I updated the camera here, just because whenever I did that, it like reset a few things, not the ISO and the shutter rate, but the autofocus. For some reason, it's centered it. So unless I was like right in front of it, close to it, it wasn't gonna autofocus. Now it's on S. So I guess that's smart, or, you know, I should have had it on that setting S. I don't know. Either way, we got to work it. Thank God. Not that I was fighting with it during the entire live stream, but yes, we're good now. SJC, hey, party people. Thank you for tuning in, SJC. Computer's running great, man. I've been gaming, not overclocking it at all. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing there. There we go. Now it's all sideways. Yeah, you have to tell me what that overclocking does. I know it does something, but like, you know, I don't know. Just trying to get more frame rates, you know, but these screens are only 60, so you know the whole schmeal. Appreciate you tuning in, being here, dude. Let's see. El Fuego wants to know what subs and power is he moving to. Same subs on more power and a vented enclosure. El Fuego. John doesn't know what he's doing. I think he said either an L7X15 or 2 L7X15s, and he's got about 8 to 9 cubes in the back on a Warhorse or 2. Probably just a Warhorse. I think he should go with a 15. 2 12s, I feel like, not that you really need more power, but I think like Blake and like how we were talking earlier, you know, to do more with less. And, you know, whenever you have one sub versus 2, it's just a little bit easier in just all aspects. And I don't know, just that factor of just, oh, it's only one sub doing that in your back. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but my lips are chapped. It is so cold. I am not enjoying this winter. I was good until we started getting snow. Cedric, I'm looking for amp run my highs right now. It's on factory amp. What's a good size amp? You know, with your setup, he's got the CX1800. I don't know if he got 2 of them in now. I think he was going to run 2 of them. Either way, I think the 360.4 would be perfect for your setup. Because you got 4 6.5-inch speakers in your doors. If not, you know, it's going to work for most setups. I know with the Pilot, I kind of want to run 2 CX 360.4s, but, you know, I don't know. We'll see what comes down the line. With that Warhorse 1000.4 coming out, I think that would be plenty. But you're going to need some speakers that are able to handle that too. And that's really kind of matched up for the Street Series, where you can run, you know, shoot, I would say at least, you know, like 4 of the 9-inch ST mids, or you could run 4 on 2 channels, you know, divvy out the power a little bit, but the amp's going to make more when there's 2 on 1 channel. And then the other 4 for your super tweeters, your ST super tweeters. It all depends. Thank you, JT. Appreciate you, man. We will get to that. Let's see. Man, I am behind, but that's fine. Would you look at that? Positivity is key. Really is.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
That's what I need to tell them all the time. You just got to look at it, all right? Just look at it. That's all you can do. You just got to look at it this way. Thank you, JT. Appreciate you, man. And, you know, it happens. It happens. It does. Ah, man, you guys are awesome. Let's see, scrolling down. Okay, we got Cedric. It's going good, actually. You know, I do have a video, and I wasn't going to share it, but you know what? Since Bobby B is asking, and we're doing, you know, we're just chilling. We're just chilling. We can throw that up here. Let's see. Oh, where is it? This is it. This is it. Let's see. Is this going to work? Yeah, there we go. Volvo. Got the new battery hooked up. It's locked. It's a little loud. There. She turns over, but engine shot. You know the deal. Just pumping up the tires so I can pull this thing out of here, take it down to good old Kevin Hunter's, and get that engine put in there. It's going to be awesome. I've been out here for like 2 hours now, just getting it done. Hanging out at my parents' house. 15 miles an hour right here. This is actually exactly where I got hit. I was parked by the Ultima over there, backing out. Guy coming down to rush to the bar, whacked me in the back end of this thing. Here, I'll show you. Sorry about the loud tire pressure. Tire pump. This was years ago. I had the car for 4 months. We did a little bit of body work, but this was bent in. Honestly, this car needs painted, but this is the point. It's a beater. And that's the new bumper on the back there. And I was like, you know what? I like the black. I'll keep it black because it was white. But you should have seen the other guy, man. He was totaled. But I'm ready to get this guy going, man. It's going to be awesome. It's really going to be awesome. And honestly, it's got a tow hitch down there. Use this to tow the car, it's a slam. I don't know, the Pilot's nice and all, but just see. That air pump is way too loud. Car is a test car. Yep, it's got the wipers. Oh man, that just came apart. Oh god. At least it didn't break, it just came apart. Let's see how this guy's doing. You doing alright? There we go. Back on. Good. That's the best part of this car. That's the best part. It's getting there, but, you know, I had to just do some work on it. The car's been sitting for, goodness, 4 years, 3-4 years, and needed an engine, timing belt, all that fun stuff. So I had to put the new battery in, cut some wires, because I originally had a excess power group 34, the D34 under the hood. That's actually in Cookie Monster right now. So I didn't want to undo that just to put that back in there. So I went out and bought just, you know, a cheap lead acid battery under the hood, because honestly, that's going to be a lithium delete in the back. And just, yeah. But I had to get something for whenever they put an engine in, that there's a battery, it's easy for them to hook up. And doing that and just pumping up the tires, they were all completely flat. We've been taking care of it a little bit here and there, but finally found that engine. So I'm waiting on Kevin to literally, well, get the engine. They shipped it supposedly Friday. It's not coming that far. It's like Ohio, so it should have been there this week. I was going to call today, but I had a few phone calls to make, and it's Friday, so it's always crazy. But hopefully starting on that next week, if everything goes good. I'm excited, man, because that Volvo is going to be the test car and just, you know, kind of do whatever I want with it car. The Geo's okay. yeah, it's so small. You can't really do nothing unless you're totally revamping the entire car. So there's that. Mike, what is up? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate ya. He's talking El Fuego, the single 15 or fourth. 415s or fourth order. Or two 12-inch L7X ported. Jakey Poo model 212s, and it looks like it'll work with my box size I want. Hey, Warhorse on both of those. Honestly, it'll be fine. Can always wire down if you really wanted more power, but honestly, man, these subs, they get moving really good around 1,000 watts. You know, in most cases, they really get moving. Let's see, scrolling down. I don't know. What's up, Andy? The L7X18 will require 7 to 8 cubic feet each. My guess would probably be that. I mean, if you just look at the 10s, the 12s, and the 15s of the L7X, which is what, like 2 cubes, 3 cubes, 5 cubes. So 7, 8 makes sense. Man, my nose is allergies to the fullest. Okay. Now these ones back here, the old ones, looser suspension, totally different driver, 5 to 10 ported. But they worked really good in sealed too, and I don't know, will the L7X work great in sealed? It might work, it's just not designed in that way. But could it? Probably. And it all depends what you say is good. But what it was originally designed for is pure output bass and ported boxes. Either way, 7/8 cubes sounds about right. Just because, honestly, with these ones, when I've went to 10, I feel like it's too much. And, it depends how you build your port and stuff along those lines, but still almost a little inaccurate. It really amplifies that bass easily. It starts dipping low, easier on low power. And that's any kind of, quote, oversized enclosure or just that type of driver in a big enclosure. It's going to dip down a lot easier. So, anywho, I would probably put this into an 8 cubic foot box. I got down to like 9.5. That's the lowest I got. I had it in like 14 at one time. Woo, baby. Yeah, 14 hertz, 15, 16 hertz. Throwing hair back. But, yeah, that was about it. Still almost did a 50, but not quite. And there's trade-offs. So, I think what Kicker's going to tell you is probably 7.5. That's my educational guess, and that's right between your 7 8. Really is. Thank you, 25, and I think we got only 22 likes, 35 viewers. You guys are awesome, though. Appreciate you, and thank you, 25, man. SJC says, the first purchase is research what your car can handle and what electrical you are chasing after. Right. And car can handle your alternator or maybe just straight up output, like how much reinforcement are you going to have to do once you go past the 155 mark? And because it gets kind of crazy quick. Some cars are just stronger than others. Man, my nose, these lights don't help either. I keep it bright in here. Got to. When I'm back here, though, just editing or just doing whatever, working on stuff, lights are down low. Keep the neons in the back going, though. All right, looks cool. I don't know. I know Bubba would not miss a show unless it was a family emergency. Mike has arrived. I don't know where Ashy is. And I was almost not going to cancel, but I was just like, I'm not going to have a live stream just to have a live stream, but it's like almost at the same time, it's like people take time out of their day just to tune in, like the 35 of you on YouTube, 37 altogether. You guys make time in your schedule. There's Andy. What's up? Oh yeah, cool. And you're watching the show. So, and oh, Andy's not going live. Something happens, obviously, what are you going to do? But still, And I'm like, we'll do it. We'll do it. Because you know what? I don't have really anything on my mind of what I'm doing because I just want to kind of catch up on some stuff. You know, we had an awesome show Tuesday. Even last Friday was crazy with that, just everything. Man, my nose is not cooperating at all. Now they're coming in. Now they're coming in. There it is. Oh, man. Woo-wee. Excuse me. I know, and I know a lot of people always tune in the shows and it's always popping and I can't read all the comments. So if you got your questions, please tune in now. Eddie G Unit wanted to ask this question last stream. Question number 1. Why is a new Warhorse less powerful than the OG Warhorse? Good question. Man. Why is it less powerful? Well, the old Warhorse, if you guys didn't know, is a 10,000 watt amplifier. And it was about 40 inches wide, well, 37. And I think 18 inches tall, give or take. It's pretty big. And it was able to do 10,000 watts at 2 ohms, which I don't think there's too many amplifiers that can still do that. But it wasn't 1 ohm stable either. And it had that push-pull design and was really way ahead of the curve of just efficiency, 90 to 95% efficient. Now, that amplifier costed $10,000 back in 2004. And 2004, $10,000 is probably almost $20,000 today. I mean, maybe not that much, but still, you get the idea. A lot of money. And they didn't have anything smaller. Like, that was it. And other than the KX2500 that someone was mentioning earlier. And more people had those. So I would say one major thought is more people are going to be able to buy something if it's smaller and not $10,000. 2, do you see how many people have amplifiers and that are real big, like a 24K in the lanes? And not as much, just because, you know, they're going to have a lot of woofers and maybe they want to wire 2 on a pair of 3 and wire to the dirt. And then they could just stack up these tiny little amplifiers and have so much power for such a small footprint. Now, could they make a bigger one? They could. They absolutely could. The Warhorse 3.6K does 5K certified. We know that. Now, could they make a 10K version? I could see it coming. I really could. But if it would come, I would say it would have to come after the 18 comes out. And if there's anything else coming down the line, wink. There's your wink right there. It's all you're getting. Let's see. Exactly. He's probably like, man, I'm missing Andy right now. There we go. G-Unit. Question 2. If I get an upgraded alternator, do I still need to use extra batteries or no batteries at all? You know, man, with... Oh, we're still on that, aren't we? With an alternator. Think of it as like... I don't know if you've ever messed with, like, not home audio, but like these amphitheaters here. They got power supplies, right? And there's no batteries in there. And, you know, they're designed in a way that they're not going to pull more current than that power supply can create. I thought I could make it through it. Nope. It's been bad, like, past 4 days. On Tuesday, it was starting to hit me. Took some, you know, Flonase. Slow it down. I was like, I'll be okay tonight. Anywho, so there's no batteries there, and that's kind of like an alternator, just a power supply feeding in the power, and that's it. Now, if you never, ever go over that, you don't need a darn battery in your system. Now, I'm not saying in your car, but just, you know, playing music on like an alternator and or power supply and an amplifier and a speaker. You really don't need that, but no, I know with my power supplies in my room, it's not going to work. It kind of goes haywire. I tried hooking it up just to the capacitor. It goes haywire. Now, an alternator, I'm sure it's probably going to be the same situation. It's not these regulated power supplies that are over here. So with that in mind, can you just run whatever, run a 400 amp alternator with a stock battery up front, you know, just how it is, and run a 4,000 watt amp? Sure. Now, most people are going to run a dedicated run from that 400 amp alternator to the back of their system. So say if, you know, how you're saying that you don't want to add any extra batteries and you're just running that right to the amplifier. Could that be an issue? I don't know that much, just because of the linkage and the grounding and how everything goes around in a circle electrically. Eventually, I feel like it would still get that 12-volt source from that battery up front, and that would say, hey, Mr. Alternator, I need you to do this or I need you to do that. So it's really hard to explain it because that's the way you should wire it. But most people, like myself, have, and I still do have systems like this, where it's the alternator, front battery, and then right to the back of the car to the amplifier. And if you just put a big alternator up front, what's happening is your bottleneck is that battery, where that battery can only release so much power to that amplifier because the battery has limitations. Now, the power supply, aka your alternator pushing that power into the battery, will help some, but it won't be as good as a battery that has a higher discharge rate and just doesn't get as hot. It won't build resistance, you won't lose voltage, and your power wire and all the other stuff won't start gaining resistance from heat neither, because just how that stuff works. So to keep it simple, do you need batteries and then just by upgrading the alternator? I don't recommend that. I think it was Roger or Adair. He threw up a video and the voltage was just, you know, it was fine, it was perfect, and then like one bass drop, it would drop to like 12.6 and then bounce right back up to 15. And I'm like, do you got a battery in the back there? And he's like, oh, I got this little tiny yellow top. You know, something not strong enough. And I'm like, oh, well, that's your problem, man. You know, your alternator's doing all the work, and when it can't, you're relying solely on your batteries, and your batteries still aren't strong enough. So you kind of want to have that 1-2 punch combo, man. You really, really do. And whenever you have that battery back there, you won't have those fluctuating voltages as much. Everything will be steady depending how strong that battery is. Thank you, G-Unit. Eddie, appreciate you. Let's see. And we got a lot of you guys in here tonight. 38 on a Friday. Yes. Is this Kicker Club? Dan is watching. Dan the man. Go check out your Greensburg local stereo shop. Ask for Dan. Tell him Andy sent you. Thank you for tuning in. Kyle Calippo, hashtag straight clipping. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family's staying warm tonight. All you guys, man. We got Kendra Honors watching. No way. What is up? Garrick, Dante, a few others that were on here. Oh, that is Philisani Malika Tokai. Probably messed that up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kicker 100%. Simon Staley, what's up? Thank you for hanging out with us and tuning in on Kicker Club. Yeah, we go live everywhere. You know, why not? Why not? Let's see. JC Customs, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, if you guys got any other questions, man, I'd be happy to answer them. You know, we still got time left here. Even though the show went for 2 hours on Tuesday, like more people tuned in. And I would do a show for 2 hours. Like, I got the time. It's just, I don't know if I got the content for that and to go live twice a week. There's no way, man. There's not enough car audio to talk about. Thank you for tuning in, though. Man, I am so far behind on the comments. Yeah, because that's the $5 super chat from JT. I like multiple smaller drivers. Just look at it. I know, when you do see a lot of them, though, it's like, man, those are all 6.5s, like Steve Barber's build and a few others that just had them loaded. It's a sight to see. Again, though, you're doing more with less. And even though there's more, you know, with more of those smaller drivers, yes, you could probably get more motor force, but each one, you're losing a little bit more for each, you know, outer baffle, because you got a bunch going on. And that's why it's like, well, how much usable cone area do I have? And you don't measure on the outside basket or the inside of the cone. You measure, you know, the peak of the cone. Or you can measure on the outside of the cone and the inside of the other side. And that's how you measure cone area. And then even then, I do want to talk about that. Just because cone area and effective cone area, when you have a big surround like this one right here, okay, you know, if you ever look at these videos with the L7X's flexing, they look weird, man. It's like the whole thing comes up straight, okay? It doesn't look like your normal surround flexing. I don't know, just something about it. It's really cool, and I'm sure it has a little bit with frame rate, shutter rate, all that fun stuff, and what your eye can see. But the way they did it is cool, and it's linear. You know, that part of the surround, when done right, can actually be part of your effective piston area, not just this cone right here, unfortunately. I know it is a lot smaller. If you look at it, it's a lot smaller than the 15 or 12 or 10 of its counterpart of the L7. But you gotta count this too, you do. And right in the middle. And if you're not sure, again, count from on the outside here and the inside there. And you'll get an idea of the effective piston area. But what I wanted to talk about was while that is traveling, that changes. That changes depending how that surround is designed. There's a difference, you know, just regular than like a high peak roll surround or a, you know, a long, you know, like a sundown, just, I don't even know, like an X or something like that compared to a Rockford Fosgate, and they got a real peaky surround. They're all different and they're all designed in different ways. So you got to count that, but then even then, why, like you can't just, you're pulling hairs. You're really pulling hairs to count. Okay, well, if it's at 30% downstroke, we lose 0.04% of the cone area, and then at 35%, we gain that back because this part is buckling down and moving. Like, it's just, leave that to the professionals, man. Big time. Leave it to them. It's fun though, you know, learning that stuff and comparing. I hate comparing it's drivers. It's like my biggest pet peeve. Like, I love it, but in reality, you can't. Not eye for eye, apples versus apples. You just can't. Not even the same brand and line of a different size. You know, they're gonna react differently and they're designed differently, and they should be when done right. Let's see, he's getting his raviolis. Ravioli, time to give me the formioli. Let's see, so one 18-inch L7X will outperform two L7X 12s in a Yukon XL on 5K. Well, a 12 is 144 square inches of cone area, and then you have two of them, so that's 288. And an 18 is 326 square inches of cone area. I forget. 350. I forget. No, yeah, because 115 is 173. Yeah, 324 square inches of cone area. So you got more cone area in that 18 of what it is. So yeah, that 18 is definitely gonna be more. Now, if you're going up against a 15, no, I think that's 225. It's a little bit less cone area than 212s, but again, with those 212s, you're gonna have more cone area, but you're gonna need more power too, because you got twice the amount of coils moving. You just do. Now, again, like how I just said 5 seconds ago, you can't compare because maybe those cones are a little bit lighter than the 15. So like it might not need as much, or it depends how the box is built. But for your question, 118 outperform 212s? I think so. I really do. And I feel confident enough saying that it will, just because there is a bigger gap between that. And the 212s might be able to have more motor force, might need a little bit more power, and might be able to be designed in a way to give you more impactful punchy bass, just because it has more motor force. It has more potential, in my opinion. That's how I see it. Thank you, JT. Bobby B going crazy. He's always going crazy, man. He's always like, would you just look at that? By the way, Andy, I missed it. Can you fit a 15-inch L7X Recone on the 12-inch frame? Yes. Yes. No. Well, I tried. I showed this earlier. Just a little bit. I was just looking at it. I tried, but you could tell by the corners they're a little bit shorter. So it's not mounting right. But we got a 12-inch drop-in the 15 slot, and it actually kind of fits. Perry James, thank you for subscribing. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Oh, come on, play. Oh, it's not playing now. They're going to try playing all at once. I just know.
Would you look at that?
There we go.
Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it.
Thank you so much for subscribing. And yeah, I do not suggest doing this. I didn't try playing it, and I don't think I will. But I tried it. I was like, you know, they're always saying that it needs to be a dual 2 with a dual 1 for, you know, whatever. You can't mix match the drop-ins with the basket motor. The one you bought, you can't match it with a different impedance. It's got to be that. Well, they're both dual 1s. So I was like, well, let's just see if it fits. And it fits. And I didn't try, like, screwing it in or anything. But, like, you know, there's enough wiggle room in there. And it was not rubbing. So, yeah, maybe I think it's mostly the coil is the difference. Not so much, obviously, the basket's not going to fit with everything else. But that whole impedance of the tolerance of the dual 1 or the dual 2, why you can't interchange them. But again, I don't have enough to test it, but I did test that for fun. Thank you, Blake. Let's see. Dude, I love my shaggin' wagon. I don't know if it'll be a shaggin' wagon. I do want to do a black and yellow build, though. If it's getting any kind of colors, it's getting black and yellow. Because we got black and blue, you know, Cookie Monster. And then the Pilot really isn't a build, but it's black and red, and it's white, red taillights. It's just like a clean theme. You know, it's the family car. And then Kayla's is just Kayla's. That's hers. I'm only allowed to do so much in that. I'm surprised there's a 12 and almost does a 50 in her car. So, love you, babe. But with this, I do want to do a black and yellow theme. I do want to eventually paint my car or give it a wrap, but I want to keep Cookie Monster as long as I can, and then have another build that's bigger. Because the Eclipse is not big enough to do a big build unless I'm spending a lot of money of just total modifications of everything in the cabin. The TDI wagons are awesome. Volkswagen for the win. And, you know, Volvo, the Swedish metal, man. That stuff never breaks. Budget J, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that you're here. I miss your lives. You only go live for like 10 minutes. I miss it. Appreciate that you're here now. And I did join your membership. Check it out. Only 99 cents on his YouTube channel. And he's almost at 1,000 subscribers. So please go check it out. Thank you for tuning in. 25. I'm sorry, man. You know, I don't know. It's probably from all the rain. You're making them rust. That's probably what it is. You just gotta look at that. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Thank you for tuning in, Justin. Appreciate that you are here. Man, these past few days at Sheets, I haven't been watching any of the live streams. I tuned into yours for a little bit on Monday, and then Rob's for like a couple minutes, and I just kept getting interrupted. Store's been bad, yet not too bad, and getting home kind of early, working on stuff, and it's been nice, but I haven't been able to have any time to listen to the podcast, or, you know, circle jerk, and be in the comment section. Appreciate that you're here now, man. Let's see. There he is. Would you look at that? Happy Friday on to you, fellow car audio brethren. Late, fashionably late. Thank you for tuning in, Bubba. Man, we're almost through that hour. No toy DIY. He never tunes in too much. I think he tuned in like 1 or 2 times. Thank you, man. Greatest show on earth. Welcome to the Andy Show. Hit them numbers up. We got 31 likes, 36 watching. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Budget. Dinner ran late. I told you, this guy does not miss a show unless there's a big reason, man. You know, and family at the end of all the stuff that we do comes first. Really does. Let's see. Scrolling. Garrick, what is up? Would you just look at that? Oh, we got an angry emoji. Where's that at? Not on Kicker Club. Maybe it's on there. I don't know. We got an angry emoji. Might be on my own Facebook channel. I don't know. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I'm sorry. The show wasn't good tonight. I thought it was good. You know, given the situation, you guys still gave me content to talk about. Jeez, man. You know, and tonight was more of just a wrap-up of Tuesday. You know, I do a little bit of this on the after party in the Discord section. If you're not there, be square. So we do get that, but it's like, you know, for the people that tune in, there's people that tune into the show that they don't always smash the like. They don't always comment, but they're watching the show, you know, and they might not watch every single one, but I want to do it for them. And they might have questions, you know, just in general. And that's what started this live show, was just hanging out. They had nothing to talk about. Hey guys, what is up? And this is what the show has become 2.5 years later. Well, no, yeah, 2.5 almost. I forget exactly when. I know we're almost at 200 live streams though. So it's getting there. It's getting there. It's insane. Oh man, my nose is just going to make it. Come on. Finish line is right there. Nope, not going to make it. What's going on, man? I heard you're going to be coming out to some car audio shows. I forgot to watch the end of your video. I got interrupted. I always get interrupted. Kids, man, or I'm just in his room and then I actually get to watch and do everything without getting interrupted too much. But that'll be awesome if you come to Slamology, dude. Oh, man, come on. Almost there. Casey! There he is. There he is. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. Kanga! That's Kanga if you didn't know. That is Kanga. Always, man. Now, the past couple days since we've been getting this bad weather. You know, good question, Cedric. Man, I cannot stop itching my nose. Ah! Everyone's dipping. Sorry. That's okay. The OGs are here with us. I keep them connected to the car, but I have an isolator switch in mine, so it's actually not even pulling off that battery in the wintertime for like the stock OEM stuff. And it's only pulling off the front AGM that's under the hood there. So I don't really worry about any kind of, not discharging, but just sitting there, self-discharging. That's the only thing I'm worried about. And honestly, if you just check on your batteries like every 2 or 3 months, just make sure that they're within that range they're supposed to be, it's totally fine. Rather than keeping on a battery tender. Oh, I knew that was coming. Woo! Allergies. Allergies. Hey, might be getting sick. Doubt it. Allergies, though. Anywho, now lead acid, different. Lithium, just leave it. It's better to just leave it. I'm gonna simply put it that way. But yeah, you know, where I start the car every so often anyway to keep things from sitting too long. And I am behind. Woo! What's going on, Stuart? Sorry, my allergies are just killing me. Dubby! Sup, lads? Appreciate ya. Budget J be pumping out the content, man, and he gets right to the point. That's the best part. Oh man, I gotta sneeze again. Come on, man. No bueno. No bueno. I need a fresh one. If I can even get it out. Let's see here. Woo! That's a little better. Let's see. Scrolling down. I'm not sick. I don't think I'm sick. I hope not. 99% of the time it is allergies, but I've been sneezing a lot. Feel better soon, Andy. Thanks for pushing through to bring us to live. Absolutely, dude. That's what I live for. It's what I live for. And I enjoy doing it, as long as I'm not sneezing too much. Joseph Keenan, I feel like they are going to make something to replace the Q-Class L7 or something similar. Maybe a different name, but there is a void in the square subline that is missing. Good question. That's rolling good now. I know that they brought back the Comp Q. Will they bring back the Comp Q L7? I think so. And I know there's a gap. But I think honestly they will bring it back. That's my opinion. Dubby, Andy, how traumatized are you after a Recone on a scale of 1 to very? Man, you mean like doing it or like when you blow the sub? That's what I want to know. You know, the Recone of the L7X is pretty easy. It's not as easy as the old one, but you can't even buy the old ones anymore, so we cannot compare that. These are gone. They're gone. They are gone. And we got a lot of people here. That was Simon Staley. Boss Audio is boss. I believe it, man. I really do. SJC, one thing to remember is that alternators make an X amount of amperage at a given engine RPM. You know, and that's even the thing. There's alternator RPMs and engine RPMs, where the RPM that you're seeing on your dash is not always, and usually not, the same speed as your alternator's RPMs. And depending on your belt size and your pulley and all that other fun stuff, how fast it's actually spinning will make or break a difference. And, you know, when you're spinning down at idle, you're not making your 300 amps that it claims. You're not. Man, between the focusing on Tuesday, my nose on Friday, I just can't win. I can't win. I'm late. It's all right, man. You know, again, this show is just, we're just kibitzing. We're just kibitzing and blow my nose half the time. Appreciate you. How did that not? That should be playing. I got the stream in Kicker Club, well, Kicker Audio Fan Club, and it's just frozen. It's frozen. No comments on there anyway, so we're okay. But just in case, we are there. All right. Well, I don't want to keep everybody, but I just want to make sure I catch everybody that's commenting and saying hello. So glad to be hanging out here on a Friday. Thank you, Garrick. I appreciate you guys, man. I knew today I just felt a little off, you know. It happens. And the weather and just not doing too much, but it's hard doing this stuff. And then, you know, weather. And man, I was working on that Volvo till 2:30 last night. Shouldn't have done it, but it had to get done so that we can start on that. I've been waiting a long time to put that engine in. Let's see, scrolling down. Blake, changing the cone area is a significant contributing factor to distortion that isn't talked about enough, to be honest. The only company I've seen really tackle this is Purify. You know, right. And whenever you see... Oh, boy. Whenever you see those videos, and sometimes it's frame rate, but like that surround is just collapsing, it's probably not helping your sound signature in a good way. Man, I am upset. My nose keeps going like it's not slowing down. Fell. And it sucks. As soon as I stop talking, the show stops. I don't got any B-roll. We're out of B-roll. We're out. We are out. Best amp for two 15-inch Solo X's for max performance. You know, I would say at this rate right now is a Warhorse. But that's again, you know, in most cases, yes, one Warhorse will do you plenty. Some may want more power. Some may think that is just the right amount. And I think it really is. Between the 10s, the 12s, the 15s, they're all the same power handling. They really are. No. No, Eric. Good question. Will Kicker have a grill that will fit on the L7X? And I know they've asked this a few times on Unmasked, but no. I wish they would be cool. I don't see too many people using them really, but to have a grill that would work for this, it would have to come out to like here. Like, I don't know if you can't tell, it's like two-dimensional pretty much. It would have to come out like 2.5 inches just to be on the safe side, because X-Max, it goes further than that. There's a little bit of X-Max there, and then some. Man. All out of nowhere. I'm telling you, I got the worst allergies. I take stuff every day. But whenever that stuff moves from east to west and it just comes, man, it's just game over. I know we got memberships here from... Man, I am so far behind. Baba with 20 memberships. Thank you, Baba.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
Thank you, man. And 20 more members. I seen that on the screen. I know I had it over here. Let's see. It did show. Oh, okay. Hold on. No, it doesn't say on here. I remember seeing it somewhere else. Maybe it doesn't. Let's see. No, we got a SDK. No, we don't. No, we don't. For the Kibo CJ search party, also hit the like.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Blake B has become a member. Blake, unless he got gifted a membership, or he just did that. That's awesome. Man, my nose is so bad tonight. This is what happens though with me, you know, and it's like I just sit here and blow my nose and work on something. It's so annoying, but when you're doing a live stream, it's like that's it. That's what you're doing, you know. Thank you, Cornut.
Because we don't want you to blow it up. So turn the gain down, Andy.
Appreciate you, buddy. And both you guys, thank you for the memberships and for the donations. And Cornut's, he's known for that dollar. He likes it. Appreciate you for being here and coming in at the caboose, as always. Thank you for tuning in, Stu. Don't forget to hit the like, guys. Thank you so much, man. And thank you for tuning in to Kicker and here. I know a lot of you guys do both, and that's the point. We're just here to spread more information. Tons of it below 40 hertz. And, yeah, we got Blake. Got him. Got him. Got him. It's the OG caboose. I'll let you guys hear my sniffles on the after party. I love you guys so much. And thank you for tuning in, being here. And Cornut just wants that $100 super chat. He wants that $100 super chat. Oh, wait a minute. That's not $100.
Because we don't want you to blow it up. So turn the gain down, Andy.
Thank you again, Cornut. But man, you guys are awesome. And Tuesday, we'll have something more to talk about. Obviously, Kicker, they're doing their thing. And it's about neodymium and ferrite. So you guys will be learning about motors. Come on, Andy, it's almost there. Finish line's right there. Sort of. Train starting. Gotta leave the station. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And have an excellent weekend. Stay warm. Don't do anything that Jake would probably do. And otherwise, stay living loud. I'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys.
Kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means.
Livin Loud.
Love you guys. Sorry about the sniffles. Definitely not vaping. Love you guys, and please stay warm, be safe, and turn up the gain. I'll see you guys Tuesday.
That's all, folks. Nah, I wouldn't say so quite yet. We still got the caboose to go.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh, wow. Wow, would you look at that?
Would you just look at that? Thank you, man. Great show, bro. Cornut's got it. No, he doesn't. Green team for the win. Thank you, Garrick. Be praying for you too, buddy. See you guys on Tuesday. Base hit